Hey, I made the video number 3, and as you can see, it's still the same day, same everything, same great disposition. And picking up where I left off on video 2, this isn't going to happen to you, okay? It happened to me, and it's a son of a bitch. This ain't going to happen to you, but this really, 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 if I think of anything that happened, set me back forever because yeah, on January 6th when my last day of work, yeah, I had a bad peg. Okay, my foot was messed up, but I was still strong. I had been lifting boxes and getting in and out of cars for like the last 19 years or so, and I was in good physical shape. I'm about six now that I'm getting older. I'm probably about 6'3" now, and I usually weighed between 200 and 205. So I had a little bit of a pudge on my belly, but I got zero body fat on my legs and my arms and it's pretty tight and pretty strong, and had the endurance and the leg energy to go forever all day, walking to and from houses, to and from residences, to and from businesses with hand trucks and hand carts full of boxes, 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 boxes. Even to this day, even though I haven't worked for UPS in like 4 months now, I still dream of boxes when I wake up. I have a dream about a box. Jesus. But anyway, see, Laura, now it's my train of thought again. Uh, okay. Well, I'm just going to continue because, like I said, I want to go unedited, unscripted. So let me regress back to where I left off. I think, um, which was what happened to me after I got that phone call. Um, I hung up and my nose started bleeding out the right nostril, and I said, okay, well, let's finish this card game, and I got myself some tissue or whatever, paper towels out of the kitchen because we were playing at a dining room table. So I got this, wad up in my nose, and I'm holding it, and I'm playing cards and finishing out. We only had 2 rounds or 3 rounds left, so it was only about 10 or 15 minutes. Anyway, we got done, and I'm changing paper towels, and we're getting ready to leave, and two of her brothers, they leave because they came out here in their car to visit us, and my wife and I, we pile into the car, and I got paper towels, and she's driving me because I got paper towels on my nose. And we drive to the same hospital, and my nose is still bleeding. Usually, like I said, 10, 15 minutes, gone. No, not today. No, today's going to be a freaking marathon. We get out in the emergency room, go up there, give them my name. I got the freaking paper towels going. Still. Give my name, tell them I'm there for a blast crisis, because that was really important. Blast crisis, and I have leukemia. And they say, okay, well, let's grab a seat and we'll have you see the triage nurse. So I'm sitting there with my nose bleeding, and then someone saw, I guess, from across the room what we were going through, and they brought my wife a roll of paper towels. Those thick ones that you get in the washrooms there at hospitals and businesses, those thick brown ones. So, I got paper towels to change with as but I'm going through so many paper towels and my nose is still dripping for so long that we get one of these bags that they have in the emergency room where you can barf into. So I'm holding my nose over this thing and the nose is dripping into that. And occasionally I use paper towels to clean it off or just hold it to try. I keep trying to put pressure on it every so often to get this thing to stop. Anyway, 3 hours in the waiting room, I'm still bleeding, and we finally get to see the triage nurse. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I got a bloody nose, but I'm not here for that. I'm here because I got leukemia, and they want me to tell you I'm having a blast crisis. Okay, and so, they ask you all these other questions, yada, yada, yada. Okay, back out to the waiting room. So basically, based on triage, having leukemia is not that big of an issue. So it's like, okay, we're going to put you behind the broken arms and whatever else, and it's fine with me because, like I said, I was playing cards, after I found out I had leukemia, and they told me to go to the emergency room, so I knew it was nothing they could deal with right away anyway. I knew there wasn't a magic pill they can give me to make it go away or whatever. And that was going to be a series of tests, so 5 hours goes by now. We're in the 5 hours of a bloody nose and 5 hours in the emergency room. And then finally they bring me into the back and I get a room and I get to see the doctor. And they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And I says, "Oh yeah, I got a bloody nose, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because apparently I got leukemia. I'm having a blast crisis, and I guess you got to do something about it." I have no idea. So we're gonna do these tests. So they take some blood, yada yada yada. Uh, they take blood from me, and I got this bloody nose. 8 hours into this, and they finally do something to stop the bloody nose. And they put what they call a rhino rocket up into my nose. Basically, it's like jamming a tampon up into your brain. And the doctor says, "Yeah, we're going to stick this up there for about 45 minutes. I'll pull it out. Hopefully the bleeding will stop, because if the bleeding doesn't stop, we're going to put another one up there. And you'll leave it up there for 3 days, and you come back to the hospital, we'll pull it out. And hopefully everything will be fine by then." They put this thing up in my nose, and oh my God, it's like someone jamming their freaking, their pointer finger up into your brain and just holding it there. And like, it was the most uncomfortable feeling I ever had. Anyway, thank God they pulled it out, and I was able to get the blood to stop bleeding, the nose to stop bleeding. But up until that point, I mean, I was swallowing blood, and as you know, you can't drink a lot of blood because you'll be vomiting it up. And sure enough, I was vomiting up globs and globs of blood. I think I must have lost about 2 to 2.5 pints of blood that night. And they didn't do anything about giving me new blood, because apparently when you have leukemia and they do give you blood, it may cause clogging, and it may cause you to have a heart attack. So they didn't give me any blood. They just said, "Okay, Mr. Beatty, yes, you do have leukemia. Yes, you are in a blast crisis. Here's the name of an oncologist. You're going to see him in 10 days. Have a good night." So 2:30 in the morning, I get cut out of there with an appointment for 10 days later to see an oncologist here in Salem. So I'll leave it at there, because, like I said, I don't want any of these videos to be more than 5 or 8 minutes long. And looking at the counter, we're at 7 1/4. So until next time.